Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschadadesh Tarini Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Grimyat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Param Ananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Gurve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear worshipable devotees, thank you so much for taking out your most valuable time to join for this reading session. And in India today was the Vasant Panchami festival, which is very important festival. It happened to be yesterday in US. But nonetheless, as you were talking, we are reading this section about celebrating festivals, right? And one of the important points about celebrating festival is that we should celebrate with great joy, happiness, congregate, sing kirtan, cook, serve Vaishnavas, etc., etc. At least for the major festivals. And I mean, everything is very important. There's no like more important and less, but still for the others like acharyas, appearance, disappearance, days, etc. At least we can remember them, pray to them, read a little bit about them, who they are, what their role is in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara, the Guru Parampara which we follow. So I thought we'll take a little bit kind of a sweet break from the Krishna, the Beginner's Guide to Krishna Consciousness reading, and we will read today a little bit about the personalities whose appearance or disappearance was yesterday on this day of Vasant Panchami. So just to give the list of festivals which happens, Vasant Panchami is the day where the Rasa Leela also happened at the Chandra Sarovar. It is a day of Vishnu Priya Devi's appearance, the eternal consort of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Saraswati Puja, the goddess of education or academics, studies, also happens on this day. There are a lot of pastimes of Lord Chaitanya and how Saraswati Devi and then Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's disappearance day also happens to be on this day. Then also Pundrik Vidyanidhi's appearance, Shri Raghunandan Thakur's appearance, and Shri Raghunath Das Goswami's appearance also happens to be on this day. So it is indeed very important. It is not a coincidence that all these acharyas, so which also shows that these acharyas are not some material jivas who are born at some time and then they leave at some time. Uh, it is by choice that they chose their appearance, they choose their disappearance and things like that. So we will not be able to cover all the personalities in the limited time, but we have some time to read at least maybe one or two. Okay, raise your hand if you want to read about Srila Rupa Goswami. Oh, sorry, Raghunath Das Goswami. Anyone interested to read about Srila Raghunath Das Goswami? Okay. So let's start with Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, and then we will see if we can cover Srila Raghunandan Thakur's also. Is it okay? So here is a quick kind of summary, you can say. Sri Raghunath Das Goswamis. There are 6 Goswamis, as we all know. Rup Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath, Sri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami are the chief, and then the Jeev Goswami, Rupa Goswamis, Rupa Sanatan Bhatt, Raghunath Bhatt, and Raghunath Das. There are 2. So Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Jeev Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Raghunath Bhatt, and
Gopal Bhatta.
Gopala Bhatta. So identity in the spiritual world. Dasa, let's see, magnify this a little bit. Dasa Sri Raghunathasya Purvakhya Rasa Manjari Amum Kechit Prabha Sante Srimatim Rati Manjarim. Translation: Sri Raghunath Das Goswami was formerly the gopi named Rasa Manjari. Sometimes it is said that he was Sri Rati Manjari in Sri Gaur Ganodesh Dipika. And there are multiple bhajans. For those who one can hear about the bhajan of the 6 Goswami. So let's read. Maybe one devotee can read this page. Yes. Who hasn't got chance this week? Anyone? First. Okay, maybe Bal. Okay, so Subal Prabhu, you can start, and then Baldev Prabhu can read the next page, maybe.
Thank you. Hare Krishna devotees, Dandat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. At the meeting of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Leela, Chapter 6. Raghunath Das Goswami had been attempting to come to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for a long time. And finally he left his home and met the Lord. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had gone to Shantipura on his way to Vrindavana, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami had offered to dedicate his life at the Lord's lotus feet. In the meantime, however, a Muslim official became envious of Hiranyadasa, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami's uncle, and induced some big official court minister to have him arrested. Thus, Hiranyadasa left his home, but by the intelligence of Raghunatha Dasa, the misunderstanding was mitigated. Then Raghunatha Dasa went to Panihati, and following the order of Nityananda Prabhu, he observed a festival, Chiradahi Mahotsava, by distributing chipped rice mixed with yogurt. The day after the festival, Nityananda Prabhu gave Raghunatha Dasa the blessing that he would very soon attain the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After this incident, Raghunatha Dasa, with the help of this priest, whose name was Yadunandana Acharya, got out of his house by trickery and thus ran away. Not touching the general path, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami secretly went to Jagannath Puri. After 12 days, he arrived in Jagannath Puri at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entrusted Raghunatha Dasa Goswami to Swarupa Damodara Goswami. Therefore, another name for Raghunatha Dasa Goswami is Swarupa Raghu, or the Raghunatha of Swarupa Damodara. For 5 days, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami took prasadam at the temple, but later he would stand at the Simhadwara gate and eat only whatever he could gather by alms. Later he lived by taking alms from various chatras or food distributing centers. When Raghunatha's father received news of this, He sent some men and money, but Raghunatha Dasa Goswami refused to accept money, understanding that Raghunatha Dasa Goswami was living by begging from the Chatras. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu presented him with his own Gunjamala and a stone from Govardhana hill. Therefore, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami used to eat rejected food that he had collected and washed. This renounced life greatly pleased both Swarupa Damodara Goswami and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took by force some of his same food, thus blessing Raghunatha Dasa Goswami for his renunciation. Hari Bol. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Very well. Thank you. Let's read this section. Yes, Prabhu. And
All Krishna devotees, Dhan Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Raghunath Das Goswami transforms petty fields into Radha Kunda and Sham Kunda. Text from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya-lila, verse 18.3 purport. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced in ecstasy, but when he arrived at Orit Gram, his sense perception was awakened. Orit Gram is also called Orishta Gram. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood that in that village, Orishtasur had been killed by Sri Krishna. While there, he inquired about the Radhakund, but no one could tell him where it was. The Brahman accompanying him could also not ascertain its whereabouts. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could then understand that the holy place known as Radhakund and Shamkund were at the time lost to everyone's vision. He therefore discovered Radhakund and Shamkund, which were two reservoirs of water in two paddy fields. Although there was very little water, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was omniscient and could understand that formerly these two ponds were called Sri Radhakund and Shamkund. In this way, Radhakund and Shamkund were discovered. Text from Bhakti Ratnakar, 5th wave, Sri Narahari Chakraborty. O Srinivas, presently these paddy fields are seen as two kundas, Radhakunda and Shamkunda, full of water. Please listen while I briefly describe the transformation of the two paddy fields into beautiful kundas. One day, Raghunath Das Goswami suddenly considered to himself that if these kundas are filled with water, it would be very good. Considering that for this purpose, money would be needed, Raghunath Das remained silent. He scolded himself again and again, thinking why he had desired such a thing. Solacing himself, he decided to stay alone and behave cautiously for some time. However, when a devotee desires something that cannot be denied, for Krishna always fulfills his devotees' desires. Meanwhile, one rich person had gone to Bodhidashram to get the Lord's darshan. He offered Lord Narayana a large sum of money. That night in a dream, the Lord ordered the man, take this money to Origram in Braju. There you will find the best of the Vaishnava Raghunath Das. Give the money to him in my name. If Raghunath Das agree to take the money, you should remind him about the desire to clean the two kundas for bathing. I think other devotees can repose, right? The bathing and drinking water.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Mr. Shiplamata, do you want to read these two paragraphs?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna devotees, Tamar Pranam. Kundas for bathing and drinking water. Speaking these words, the Lord disappeared, and that sincere devotee happily came here to Arith Grama. Going before Raghunatha Dasa, he fell to the ground, offered his obeisances, and then gave the money to Raghunatha Dasa. He explained the instruction given to him by the Lord in his dream. Raghunatha became stunned for some time. After some time, he repeatedly praised his fortune and requested the rich man to excavate, excavate, excavate the two kundas without delay. Hearing this, that fortunate man was filled with ecstasy and proceeded to engage many people for the work. Very soon, the kundas were dug out. Haribol. Now, here why Shamakunda was dug in the irregular shape. Everyone decided that the following day a few old trees on the bank of Shamakunda should be cut. That night, Raghunatha had a dream in which King Yudhishthira told him, "My brothers and I are living within those trees. Tomorrow morning, go to the Manasa Pavana Ghata, identify those 5 trees and protect them from being cut." After the dream, Raghunatha went early the next morning to identify the trees and order the people not to cut them. For that reason, they could not make Shamkunda square. The 2 kundas were then filled with clear water, and Sri Raghunatha became very satisfied. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Haribol. Thank you, Subal Prabhu, Dev Prabhu, and Shilpa Mataji for reading this section. The last part is life lessons from Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. But before that, I would like everyone to share. You all read. Maybe anyone would like to share one lesson or something struck you. Like, what are the life lessons based on the reading or based on things you may already be aware of? Anyone would like to share? So life lessons, yes, Shilpa Mataji, and we'll jot down
Prabhuji.
points.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I don't know if this is a life lesson, but what struck me is great sages coming in dreams of great sages, and then they are directly following, like Mahaprabhu, Yudhishthira, to the paragraphs that I read. King Yudhishthira came, and then right away Raghunath Goswami went and then found the trees, and then he instructed not to cut them down. So just followed the instructions, yeah.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Which basically shows that how well connected to Krishna they are, right? And how we can take inspiration that we are blessed to be in such a parampara where Krishna is revealing them, their mind, their heart, his mind, his heart, right? And even till date, if you go to Shamakund, it's not like a regular square or rectangular shape. Radhakund is more like a rectangular shape, but Shamakund is not because of this pastime, this story. Very nice. So connection to Krishna. What else? Any takeaways or any life lessons or anyone?
So, Arjun Prabhuji, that actually I read somewhere that Raghunath Goswami was very eager to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but that has not been happening. But when he pleased Lord Nityananda by Dodichira Utshav, then only he'll be able to meet Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya. So here, Nityananda Prabhu acted as a guru who actually guided the devotee to the Lord. Back to Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Haribol. Thank you, Prabhuji. This is a very, very beautiful pastime. And the Chiradahi festival, Lord Nityananda Prabhu gave him a lot of mercy, saying, "Oh, look at that thief, look at that thief." Right? And there's a famous drama also, if some of you saw, is Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, His Grace Amrinder Prabhu, and His Grace Adigadar Prabhu, enacted recently in Atlanta. This festival is very dear to His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, the Chiradahi festival, as you know. So Raghunath Das Goswami and Lord Chaitanya giving him the mercy. Basically, the idea, as Baldev Prabhu shared, we cannot get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya without like the mercy of Lord Nityananda, who is the Adi Guru. So very nice and a lot of practical lessons. What else? Anyone else wants to share? Any thoughts?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandapranam. As we read Prabhuji, Raghunath Das Goswami, he was so rich, but he gave up everything for the service of the Lord. He was so humble. He was living with alms, begging alms, and even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted him to leave, and their parents tried a lot, and I remember once telling that his father said, his mother said, chain him, but his father said, we have chained him with wealth, beauty, fame, everything, but what will this do? Thank you, Prabhuji.
Amazing. Wealth is such a big impediment in one's life, because as the saying goes, money is dear than honey. Wealth is very, very dear. But Raghunath Das Goswami was not rich. He was extraordinarily rich. Like today's billionaire, you can say. But still that wealth, that fame, nothing could be an obstacle. Extraordinary, the wife like an apsara. Wealth like the richest man of the world. But the surrender to Lord Krishna, the desire, the hankering to meet the Lord. Amazing. If one has that wealth of bhakti, which is real wealth, the topmost dhan, what will this wealth of this material world do? Some pieces of paper or some digital currency or whatever, it's just in the mind. Oh, my bank has this. Oh, my share account or whatever has this, right? It's just some mental game. And when the person is dead, gone. But the real wealth is the bhakti wealth. Amazing. Anyone else? So his point about the humility, Lord Chaitanya, like how he was, like so much surrender. He was eating the remnants of the cows actually. At one point, even he like was taking, in the Peja Nala, there's a nala called Peja Nala, right? Peja is basically the water of the rice. They just throw the water, excess water. That's called Peja. So that's what they were like throwing in. But Raghunath Das Goswami was and there's like a pool or a little bit lake, and he was drinking that. And Lord Chaitanya wanted to experience that because there was uh, so much love of Raghunath Das Goswami. So humility and down to earth and simplicity, all these qualities are, eating remnants of prasad of even the animals, even with the cows would, or even eating the discarded food by cows. Even the cows would not eat, or the dogs would not eat. He will eat that. So anyone else has any points? Now we'll see what the book mentions. Okay. Will someone like to read these 2 points? I'm sorry. This is Raghunandan. So we're reading about Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. Okay. Here are the points. Someone started reading. I couldn't see. Anyone wants to read this section?
Prabhuji, I can read.
Yes, Mataji.
The lessons. Okay. Lessons from the life of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. Divine Providence. The Lord orchestrates events to fulfill the desires of his devotees. Despite Raghunath Das initially hesitating to express his desire for the transformation of the paddy fields into kundas, the Lord arranged for a devotee to bring the necessary resources to make it happen. Devotional desires. When a devotee desires something sincerely for the service of the Lord or for the benefit of others, it is eventually fulfilled by the divine will. This highlights the importance of having pure intentions and selfless desires in spiritual practice. Humility and acceptance. Raghunath Das Raghunath Das's initial reluctance and self-scolding demonstrate humility and a lack of attachment to material desires. Despite his reservation, he ultimately accepts the divine arrangement and the assistance offered by the devotee sent by the Lord. Number 4, divine guidance. The dream experiences of both the rich man and Raghunath Das highlight the idea of receiving divine guidance. The dream of the rich man directs him to offer help to Raghunath Das, while Raghunath Das's dream instructs him to protect the trees near Shyampur. This underscores the belief in the presence of divine communication and intervention in the lives of devotees. Thank you for the journey.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So here are some of the many points. Again, this is not everything about Raghunath Das Goswami, but these are some of the highlights you can say. I really like this point. Like when a sincere devotee has pure and selfless intentions or desires, Krishna will help. Krishna will guide. Krishna will open unimaginable doors, opportunities, and it will eventually be fulfilled by the divine will. If it is for the service of the Lord and for the benefit of the others. So we must desire. We must have a lot of desires, spiritual desires, to do great things for Krishna, for Prabhupada, for Prabhupada's movement. And if it is pure, selfless, to serve Lord and devotees, Krishna will help. Unimaginable opportunities, ultimately, who are we doers? No, Krishna is going to help us. Faith in the divine can make one surpass unimaginable obstacles. Prabhupada, how it started, all by desire, right? So we must have spiritual desires. Prabhupada encourage, we must think big. Challenges, difficulties will always be there, but keep pursuing and the divine will arrange, help us. Okay. Any other thoughts? So we'll quickly move to the next personality, and that's Sri Raghunandana Thakur. It's also his appearance day on the Vasant Panchami day. Identity in the spiritual world. Vyuhas Tritya Pradyumna Priya Narma Sakho Bhavat Chakre Leela Sahayamyo Radha Madhavayor Vraje Shri Chaitanya Dvaita Tanu Sa Eva Raghunandana. The third member of the Chaturvyuha, Pradyumna, took part in the Radha Madhav's Leela in Vraja as Krishna's intimate friend or Priya Narmasakha. Priya Narmasakha, that's Raghunandan. He has now appeared as Raghunandan, whose body is not different from that of Sri Chaitanya, Sri Gaur Ganesh Deepika 70. Okay, so Let's see, we have about 3 pages, so maybe 2-3 devotees can read this part. Would someone like to read about his family? Anyone who hasn't got a chance yet?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I'm ready. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glory to Srila Prabhupada. Raghunandan Thakur's family from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, 15.120 to 123. Raghunandan Thakur was born into a family of physicians and his father's name was Mukunda Das. Mukunda Dasa was Narahari Sarkar Thakur's older brother and a resident of a place called Khanda. Mukunda Dasa externally appears to be a royal physician engaged in governmental service, but internally he has a deep love for Krishna. Who can understand his love? One day Mukunda Dasa, the royal physician, was seated with the Muslim king on a high platform and was telling the king about medical treatment. While the king and Mukunda Dasa were conversing, a servant brought a fan made up of peacock feathers to shade the king's head from the sun. Consequently, he held the fan above the king's head. Just by seeing the peacock feathered fan, Mukunda Dasa became absorbed in ecstatic love of Godhead and fell from the high platform onto the ground. Mahaprabhu indicates the depth of Raghunandan Thakur's devotion from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, 15.113 to 117. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the son of Mother Sachi, asked Mukunda Dasa, "You are the father and your son is Raghunandan. Is that so? Or is Srila Raghunandan your father and you are his son? Please let me know the facts so that my doubts will go away." Mukunda replied, "Raghunandan is my father and I am his son. This is my decision. All of us have attained devotion to Krishna due to Raghunandan. Therefore, in my mind, he is my father." Hearing Mukunda Das give this proper decision, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu confirmed it, saying, "Yes, it is correct. One who attains devotion to Krishna is certainly the spiritual master." Hare Krishna Prabhuji, back to you.
You go. Anyone would like to read this pastime?
Yeah, I can continue.
Anyone else wants to read who hasn't read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I can read, Prabhu.
Yes, please.
Krishna eats Raghunandan Thakur's offering. From Sri Chaitanya, His Life and Associates, Swami B.B.T. Tirtha, 2001, Mandala Publishing House. From his early childhood, Raghunandan Thakur would feed the family's Gopinath deity laddus. One day, Mukunda Dasa, Raghunath Das Thakur's father, had to go somewhere for work and he asked Raghunandana to do the service. He said, in this house we worship Krishna, so I want you to be sure to give him something to eat. And then he left. Raghunandana did as his father had ordered and made the offering to the deity. Raghunandana was just a child, and in his simplicity, he said to Gopinatha, "Eat, eat, Krishna is controlled by love." And so he did as the child told him and ate everything on the plate without leaving even a grain of rice. Even when Mukunda Dasa returned, he asked the boy to bring him the prasadam from the offering he had made. The child answered, "Father, Krishna ate everything and left no remnants." Mukunda was so astonished at his child's wondrous words that he asked him to make another offering. This time, after he left the house, he returned and did heed to watch what his son did. Raghunandana joyfully placed a laddu in Krishna's hand and said in a commanding voice, "Eat, eat." When Krishna had eaten half of the laddu, Raghunandana saw Mukunda Dasa in the doorway. Mukunda saw that Krishna did not take another bite and that the half-eaten laddu remained in his hand. This caused him to be filled with love. He embraced his child, and as tears of joy rained from his eyes, spoke to him in a broken voice. To this day, fortunate people come to Khanda to see the half-eaten laddu in Gopinath's hand. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Upendra Prabhu and Dada Viharini Mataji, for reading this beautiful section about Sri Raghunandan Thakur. So let's take some points or some lessons, some takeaways. Anyone would like to share? Something struck you about the great life of Sri Raghunandan Thakur, and you would like to share or reflect upon it?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, from my point of view, that as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. So if we offer with love and devotion, he will accept. So Lord needs just love and devotion. He doesn't need Chappan Bhoga, he doesn't need what varieties of prashadam we are doing, what varieties of opulences we are doing, but he just need our simplicity and our love and devotion. Then he will accept anything, whatever we offer. Even in the Vidura story, he accepted the Vidurani's banana peel. But even Duryodhana offered Chappan Bhog, Krishna didn't like to take anything from him. So this shows our pure love and our calling for Lord, with crying as a child cries for their mother. So like that, we have to be simple and cry for Lord. And if we offer with love and devotion, he will accept. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful, wonderful. This is so beautiful, reflected in this, the mood of Raghunandan Thakur. So much love that, crying, Krishna, please eat, Krishna, please eat. My father told that you have to eat, please eat. Otherwise, he'll come and say, hey, I gave you one service and you didn't do that. Please, please, please eat. Begging, crying. And Krishna is a beautiful bhajan, right? कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं बेर शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं. Right? Many of you might have heard that bhajan. Basically, if we offer with that love, like Raghunandan Thakur or Shabari or many such great souls like Vidura Mataji gave the example, Vidura's wife. So Krishna will certainly eat. So Krishna is not hungry for what we offer, but how we offer, in what mood we offer. Okay, what else? Any other takeaways from Raghunandan's life, or any thoughts, reflections here?
Prabhuji, like Lord Chanan asked, who is the father and who is the son? As Mukunda Thakur got the Krishna Prema or Krishna Bhakti through his son, that's why he's telling his son is this Guru and he's the disciple.
It's amazing, right? That is a very nice point, that we see Mukunda's or father's humility, because great personalities appear in great families. There are always exceptions, like Prahlad, but general, it's like if the tree is right, then the seed will be right, correct? So personalities like Raghunandan appear to parents like Mukunda. Now, this is a very hard thing for a parent to accept, that my child is better than me. It's a very hard thing, because the ego comes, hey, I taught him everything. Hey, I am his father or his mother. I cleaned his diapers. Now he is telling me, right? Or sometimes it could be someone who is younger to us by age or by some other, So seniority is not just by age, but here we see that Mukunda, who's senior by age, who's senior by position, because his father, But he's accepting, he's taking a humble role that no, Raghunandan is my father in my bhakti, because when he calls, oh Lord, please come and eat, Krishna comes and eat. But I call so many times, Krishna never came and ate. I mean, he ate through his glances, right? But still, right? That half laddu, Gopinath till date is there. So next time you go to that region, please try to see those wonderful deities, stories, pastimes. Anything else? Anyone wants to share?
I remember this one, Prabhuji, Karma Bai, who fed the khichdi for
Karma Bai's
Jagannath.
khichdi, huh?
Khichdi. So that one really I liked it. The way the Lord used to come daily and used to take without any hindrance or thing. He used to love that khichdi daily. Used to taste it. That one I liked it. So today even we can see the Karma Bai's deity in the Jagannath temple. That really I liked it, Prabhuji. That was my reflection.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. So here are 2 points. Let's quickly read them. Surya Mataji, if I'm forgetting your initiated name, can you please help me?
Shama Karuna Devidas, Prabhuji.
Okay, Mataji would like to read these 2 points from Raghunandan's life lessons from Raghunandan's Thakur's life.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Bhai, for joining. We're so grateful for your association.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for giving me an opportunity. By asking about the relationship Mukunda Dasa has with Raghunandana, Mahaprabhu has established that the spiritual master is not a mere external form, but rather an embodiment of spiritual realization and a transparent medium through which divine grace flows. When the spiritual master imparts knowledge, practices, and teachings that awaken and nourish the dormant love for Krishna within the heart of the disciple, they are considered to be fulfilling their role as a spiritual master. Krishna looks beyond external actions and examines the inner motives and the quality of one's heart. By sincerely seeking a connection with Krishna and engaging in devotional service, individuals can attract Krishna's mercy and experience spiritual growth and fulfillment in their lives. Hare Krishna.
Very well. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Krishna
Prabhuji.
looks beyond external actions and examines the inner motives. Wow. So deep, right? So Krishna knows in and out, who are we? What am I thinking? What is going on in my heart, right? Sometimes externally we may say Hari Bol, right? But internally we may say horrible. Externally we may say Dandavat Pranam. But internally the heart might be, maybe I hit you like a danda. Dandavat. I hit you with a dande se vaat laga du. Dandavat. So it's joking. But Krishna knows our heart. So in short, we should, as we discussed, live without duplicity, or live without pretending, right? The 4 sutras. So we covered about the 2 personalities today, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami and Sri Raghunandan Thakur. Any thoughts, reflections? Anyone who wants to share anything about them? Okay, I'll take a pop quiz in next few minutes. Shall I do it? Who would like to join in the pop quiz? Anyone wants to join? Raise your hand if you would like me to ask questions about what we have read. Anyone wants quiz? None of you like quiz? Okay. Okay, so you have to respond by using your chat box, right? That's how we use in the kids class also. So you will type your response, okay? Okay, so the first question is about Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. What is his identity in the spiritual world? Anyone? So you can type in and they'll give a few seconds. As per Gaur Ganodesh Tipika, what is the identity of, okay, let's complete both, of Raghunath Das Goswami and Raghunandan Thakur. So both we read today. We learned about both of them. One of them is Manjari. You can tell the name, that'll be great. Yes, one of you responded. Yeah, you can use the Zoom chat. It might be easier. Don't try using the Zoom chat. So Rati Manjari or Ras Manjari. And how about Raghunandan Thakur? Anyone knows? Raghunandan Thakur is the Priya Marma Sakha. Very close to intimate Sakha. Okay. What is the name of the place where Raghunath Das Goswami got the mercy of Lord Nityananda? Also, the place where the Chira Dahi festival happens. Very important place. It's also called Dash Festival. That festival is named by that place. Yes, one of you responded. The Chira Dahi festival. Panihati, yes, Panihati. It's a little bit north of Kolkata. If you go next time, please try to go about 1 hour north. I think very doable. ISKCON has some center also there. So Raghunath Das Goswami is also called Swarupera Raghu. Can anyone tell why? Can anyone unmute and tell? He's also called Swarupera Raghu.
Because he served the Swarup Damodar Goswami, the servant of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yes, yes. Because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally entrusted him, you serve him. Like, and Swarup Damodar was so intimate to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then we learned about his humility. So now Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally gave him 2 things. Can anyone tell those 2 things we read today? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave 2 things from himself to Raghunath Das Goswami. Can anyone tell what are those 2 things? Right. You can type in or unmute. We all read this today. Gunjamala, right? Gunja beads, Gunjamala, and one was the stone from Govardhan, also called Govardhan Shila, which was like wetted by his own tears, right? So we learned that as well. And there was a person who helped a rich person who had gone to X place to get Lord's darshan. And he offered a large sum of money there. And that night, the Lord Narayana came and said, "Oh, take this money to Raghunath Das Goswami." So can you tell which place was this, where this Brahmana or this rich person had gone to serve Lord Narayana, and Lord Narayana said, no, you go to Raghunath Das Goswami and help him to build that. build or excavate the holy places Radha Kund, Sham Kund in Arita Gram. Arita is referring to Arishtasur. So the Arishtasur hoof prints were there. So where was this Brahmana going? Or where was this rich person going? Can anyone recollect? And then he came and later gave it to the money to Raghunath Goswami. Badrikashram is the answer. Badrikashram. Okay. This king came in the dream of Raghunath when Shamakunda was, being restructured or re-established. Who was that king who came in the dream and said, "Hey, don't cut these trees. We are meditating here"? Can anyone tell?
Yudhishthir Maharaj.
Yudhishthir Maharaj. Yes, the Pandavas are still meditating there. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, now we'll go to Raghunandan. Who was the father of, simple, easy answer. Who was the father of Raghunandan?
Mukunda Das.
Mukunda. Yes, and he was what was his occupation? Anyone knows? What was Mukunda's occupation?
Physician.
Yeah, and to the Muslim king, to the royal physician he was. But very, very, one time, what happened to Mukunda when he saw peacock feathers being fanned to the king, Chamara? He saw peacock feather. Anyone recollects what happened to him?
So he go into meditation and
He fainted.
Yeah, he got basically, in Ashtasattvik Vikar, I mean the details we didn't read. And then later, you know what he said? I'm crazy. Sometimes I get this fits, right? I'm epilepsy and stuff, because a great soul does not want to reveal his ecstasy. Sahajias want to show, "Oh, I am so great. Look, I am rolling in tears. I am rolling on the ground because of the love of God." But great souls sometimes even they get like tears or romanchakampa, the hair standing on it. But they say, "No, no, no, no. It's my, there's I have some health issues, So that's why he just kind of brushed it off. So, which is the main deity which is known for the half laddu? Gopinath.
Gopinath Prabhuji.
Yes, Gopinath. Wonderful. Wonderful. So I think it's time also. So yeah, we covered a little bit about these two personalities. Hope it was relishable and encouraging. So thank you again for joining, and happy Vasant Panchami to you. And let's pray to all these acharyas, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Raghunandan Thakur, Sri Janava Mata, and so many other important festivals on this day. Saraswati Puja, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur's disappearance, Pundrik Vidyanidhi's appearance, and tomorrow also is Advaita Acharya's appearance. So fasting till noon is recommended. Tomorrow is Advaita Acharya's appearance as per US calendar, fasting till noon. So let's pray to all these great souls that we engage more and more in the path of Krishna consciousness, following in their footsteps with humility, with surrender, with more and more eagerness to serve Krishna, to serve devotees with purity, with selfless, with genuine motivations, so that we can perfect our lives and help others to the best of our capacity. Shri Sant Panchami Mahamotsav ki Jai. Shri रघुनंदन ठाकुर की जय, श्री रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी की जय, श्री पंडरिक विद्यानिधि की जय, श्री कृष्णा चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर महाशय की जय, श्री जानू माता की जय, श्री सरस्वती पूजा की जय, श्री वसंत पंचमी महामहोत्सव की जय, जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत गौर भक्तवृंद की जय, वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। थैंक यू। हरे कृष्णा। जय श्री प्रभुपाद।
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, devotees.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna.